Hi, this is Mani from bsc2nse.com. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how to pick stocks for intraday trading. Now, ideally, we would want to pick as a trader. I would not want a stock which actually moves like this, or let's say, let me take a free hand. Okay, so I don't want to trade on a neutral stock which goes up and down and up and down, right? So trading becomes very difficult here, and the expected profitability may also be less. So ideally, as a safe trader, I would want to, if I go long in intraday, I want to go long in a stock which is moving like this in a 45-degree fashion, ideally, right? And I would want to enter anywhere here or here and make use of the upside. Or if I am choosing to go short, I want it to be a line, ideally a line like this. And this line is actually a negative 45-degree line. So if I draw a baseline here, this will actually be 45 degrees minus 45 degrees, right? So similarly, if I want to go long, I would look to go long on a stock which is exhibiting a positive 45 degree. And how to identify such a stock, because there are close to 140 stocks in FNO, right? So right now I don't have an automated way of doing it, so there's something called Nifty has a tool, or like let's say NSE has a tool. This is an NSE India website. You can see at the top the URL. I'll put this URL on the description of this video. And in this, what you get is you have a list of all Nifty stocks. Here I can pull down and I can check Nifty or Nifty mid cap. So I would probably focus only on Nifty and Nifty mid cap. So in the morning, you have an intraday chart here. So here you can just kind of look into it and find whether it's a 45-degree line. For example, you can see that the top gainer today is Bharti Airtel, but it's actually not a 45-degree line wherein it went gap up, or in the first 15 minutes it just spiked up and then since then it's been a horizontal line. Same case with Infosys, wherein it just spiked up and it's been flat ever since. So, but if you look at Wipro is probably exhibiting something like a 45-degree line, better than others, may not be an exact 45 degree. So when I find something like this, I'll just quickly go to Google Finance and I'll try and get the Wipro chart. So let me get the Wipro chart. And I'll try and quickly check if the graph is convincing, like a 45-degree line. The page is still loading. So meanwhile, we'll just browse through the other things, and we can check further and further. You can keep refreshing this page. You have a refresh button at the top here, the green round arrow circle. You will keep refreshing, and you can see the timestamp here. It's 9:41. So you can just scroll down quickly, and you can try and identify stocks which are, for example, SSLT or Sesagova is probably exhibiting like a minus 45-degree line. Although it started out flat, it seems to be going into a minus 45-degree line, and even probably Kane probably going into a minus 45-degree line, which is down by 3%. And ideally, you should wait for at least 10:30 a.m. in the morning, wherein you avoid the first 1 hour of trading, because there could be a lot of panic movement back and forth. So you should try and identify a good stock for intraday only after 10:30 p.m. 10:30 a.m. So I'll put in the points, and again on the similarly I've chosen the mid cap index right now. And after 10:30, every 1 hour you can just review this page, keep checking again. JSW Energy seems to be giving if not a 45-degree line, consistent upside movement. You can kind of quickly find out that some stocks are like flat, most stocks are flat, and they'll be kind of neutral, and only some stocks will have like a consistent upside or a consistent downside. So consistent upside is like a positive 45-degree line. You can see that UPL is kind of a negative 45 degree so far, and the Wipro page is loaded here. I'm choosing the 2-minute chart for intraday. You can see that since opening, except for this negative candle here, it's been positive candles all the way, and you can see the RSI here. Mark the RSI, and at 10:30 you can kind of check the RSI also. You can see that RSI has been ranging between 48 to 83, meaning it's never gone below 48, which is extremely positive sign or a bullish sign. So in these stocks, typically what I look to do is, again, right now it's only 30 minutes since the market has opened. I would look to buy along the EMA line. For example, yesterday I bought Bata India and Divi's Lab. I will show you how the chart looked like. So I'm going to take the yesterday's chart. I'm going to go to the 2-minute chart, and I'm going to pull the graph to the left so that this will become yesterday's chart. You can see that I actually entered at 11:30, not even at 10:30, because at 10:30 it was still not convincing like a 45-degree line. You can see that it had a major spike in the morning, and then it went above that spike levels. It broke that resistance, the spike that it had made in the morning, and it had a 45-degree line. I have a EMA line here, the default setting in Google Finance, and you can see that the stock mostly stays above the EMA line, which is also a sign of bullishness, and even the RSI was mostly on the upper side, which is also exhibiting like a bullish trend or a consistent buyer's presence. And I entered somewhere at 11:30 or 12 o'clock, somewhere in the middle of the day, and I entered near when it was near the EMI line, and then it just spiked up again. It went up and it kept going further up, and through I mean the end of the day, I could have squared off somewhere here at the top, but I did not. I just let it square off till the end of the day, and I booked profits here. So similarly, I bought Divi's Lab yesterday. So I'll again show you Divi's Lab. Uh, Divi's Lab was like it looked exceedingly good in the morning, and I entered near the EMA line, and it was sluggish for a period of time, but then it eventually went up. For example, if you see here, since morning yesterday, it was constantly above the EMA line. The RSI was always higher. You can see that in the morning until noon, the lowest RSI was only 50, and it was constantly exhibiting a positive or like a positive momentum. And you can see that it was constantly above the EMA line, and it was stuck flat on the EMA line between 11:30 to 1:30. And like I said, I entered somewhere here at 11:30 because at that time it looked exceedingly good. It had that 45-degree line, and you can see that till the end of the day it maintained that 45-degree line, and I was able to again book good amount of profits on Divi's Lab. So this is again a case wherein I was able to identify. You can quickly identify just by looking at this tool is very important, and I'll put this URL of this Nifty Sparks as they call it. And typically the mid cap will actually move by lot. You will see some stocks actually gaining by 5% to 10% very easily, and this is how I try and identify stocks for intraday. And I will try to automate this in the form of a dashboard, but that's going to take some time. Until then, we'll have to manually look at this and use this. And I'll just summarize this here, right? So yeah, so wait till 10:30 a.m. in the morning. Do not jump in the first 1 hour into any of the stocks. Ideally, you should wait till 11:30, 11 o'clock should be your ideal entry point. Identify stocks which are moving in the positive 45 degree or the negative 45 degree line. Use the Nifty Sparks link, and mid caps typically move a lot, so I tend to pick stocks from mid caps. And I think last month, somewhere recently, we picked Sun TV and it actually moved by 10% in the end of the day, and through the day it at least moved up by 5%. And go long on the positive 45 degree kind of moving stock near the EMA. Enter, go long in futures. Ideally use futures because options, there is a time decay, and futures kind of works pretty well. And options, there can be low volumes also. And once in the profit zone, use a stop loss. Make sure that you exit in profits. So once in profits of at least 1000 rupees or more, put a stop loss at 400 rupees in profits. Similarly, short negative 45 degree kind of line movement near the EMA, and once in profit zone, use the stop loss again. And try and time it with the movement in Nifty, meaning if you expect Nifty to be extremely bullish, then you should look to go long on the positive 45 degree. And if you expect Nifty to go down, or if it's actually going down, if Nifty is exhibiting total sell-off, and you should look to go with the negative 45 degree. So again, I'll finish off this video with the Nifty Sparks. I actually wanted to show you this, but I'm not able to move the screen. Yeah. So you can see at the rightmost corner here the advances to decline. Today the opening at least is kind of positive. You can see that in the mid cap index the advance to decline ratio is 34 to 16, and you can select Nifty also and check the advance to decline ratio. The advance to decline ratio is neutral kind of in Nifty. So this will be actually useful. You can also quickly check the last 1 year chart and how it has behaved, just like you check the intraday chart. So basically you will gain experience as you keep trying this out. For intraday, pick stocks which are moving consistently up or consistently down. It do not go for a stock which is up, which is the topmost gainer or the topmost loser. That should not be your criteria. The criteria should be that you have to pick a stock which is moving consistently upside or consistently downside. Any questions, any queries, post on this video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and that's it for now. Thank you.